Wow. I just said, slow night in town. We got a packed house here. It's nice to see everyone out. At our take two here for Fall Sports Award, we couldn't make it last Tuesday. Glad the word got around and everyone's here tonight. We have a lot to accomplish here tonight. We've got another successful athletic season here at Wyalusing. Special group of athletes and coaches that we're going to take a few moments to recognize and honor. Certainly on behalf of the athletic department here at Wyalusing, very proud of our teams and coaches. Like I said, for another successful athletic season. Many highlights. I'm going to let the coaches kind of delve in and talk more about their programs, but our girls and boys cross country teams, another successful season, kind of continuing that tradition of success that they've had the last few years. Girls team went back to states, 3 male individual qualifiers. Girls soccer won the first ever district playoff game. That was fun. The girls volleyball team, another winning season, made it back to another district final. My golf team made it back to districts, and a few really strong individual showings there as well. We have Coach Laverani here with the football program, and new football cheerleading coach you're going to hear from tonight. So, like I said, a lot of things to be proud of, a lot of things to celebrate tonight. Glad you're here with us so we can accomplish that. I'm just going to mention the order real quick. I'm going to let the coaches get started. So, we'll start with cross country, followed by girls soccer, volleyball, golf, football, and then football cheer. And I'll come back up with just a few closing remarks. And the only other kind of housekeeping announcement, please, if you win an athletic association award, so athletes, if you're listening to me, if you win an athletic association award or a memorial award, please stay. And Pete's going to get a picture of you, probably up here on the stage somewhere, and we can get that in the paper. And then finally, on your way out, we do have programs. We don't put them out beforehand, so the coaches can kind of get their awards, and it can be a little bit of a surprise. But grab a program on the way out for Pete's sake. And like I said, thanks again for being with us. Coach Coates, good luck.
Thanks. So this is my first year as head coach. I'd like to first thank our school administration and our school board, our administration of Mr. Kais, Otis, and Dr. Baudelaire for all that they do for our sports programs. They're really supportive, and we appreciate that. I'd also really like to just thank our parents. We have an amazing group, and my assistant coaches, Savannah Schools and Kevin Heeman, definitely couldn't have gotten through the season without them, and also our volunteer coach, Mark Beebe. So thank you all for your support and your help. As many as you know, this was my first season as head coach due to an emergency surgery that Jim Schools had to have done in late August. So I'd like to thank Coach Schools not for calling me up and telling me 3 days before the first official practice that I needed to be head coach, but for mentoring me the last 8 years. This situation that arose was less than ideal, but I felt prepared for this change due to the foundation that he had laid for this team, and we were able to keep our program strong and have a very successful season. So we're really thankful for his successful operation and looking forward to having him back around in track. In spite of a bumpy start to our season, we had a great year. The NCL League was especially strong this year, but even still, our boys had a winning record of 6-4 and finished third in the district championship meet. And the top 3 teams were in our league this year, which is unusual. We had 3 individuals qualify for states. The girls also had a tough competition all year. They only lost one meet, going 9-1. They were runner-up in the NTL League as well as runner-up at the district meet, and this qualified the team for states for the 4th year in a row. We had a strong returning group on the boys team, led by seniors Jeremy Klauser, Clayton Petlock, Jake Kaplan, Brody Fury, Ethan Lewis, and Stephen and Joshua Fields. Rounding out this group were the sophomores Trent Tewksbury, Landon Kaufman, and freshman Johnny Heeman. We knew we were in for a tough year in the league when both Towanda and Northeast beat us at our Lasagna Invitational, but the team dug in and worked hard all season to close in on these teams with a goal of winning a return trip to states. Throughout the season, we had solid performances, taking home the second place trophy at the Owego Invitational. Our team finished third in the league. At the NTL Coaches Invitational, we were still trailing Northeast and Towanda by 27 points. The boys gave it their all at districts and closed the gap to just 9 points. While they still fell short of returning to states, I was really proud of how they finished their season as third in the district. Our team was led by Jeremy Klauser and Trent Tewksbury, who earned spots respectively on the first and second NTL All-Star teams. Trenton finished third and Jeremy fourth at the district meet, which qualified them individually for states. And after golf season was finished, we got Brody Fury to come join us, and he also qualified for the state meet at districts. All three had strong races at states in spite of the very unseasonal heat we had at states. Our girls team is young but very strong. We were led by seniors Kayla Beebe, who was rock solid for us as our lead runner and only senior. We had a really tight pack with juniors Casey Curran, Haley Anaya, sophomores Lena Beebe, and Kara Allen. Our freshman additions of Megan King and Riley Porter stepped up big time when they made the switch from junior high to varsity. Megan led the pack right behind Kayla, and Riley was consistently in our top five. The girls opened the season by placing second at our Lasagna Invitational. They only lost one league meet to Northeast Bradford, and which earned them the league runner-up title. On the invitational side, the girls took home the second place trophy at Owego and the runner-up title at the NTL Coaches Invitational. At districts, they had really strong performances, placing second, which earned their fourth trip in a row to the state meet, and hoping to make a couple more with this group that we have. Kayla, Megan, and Lena were all named to the NTL All-Star teams. At districts, Megan and Kayla finished in the top 10, placing 7th and 8th respectively. Kayla is one of only 5 girls in the history of our program to qualify for states all 4 years in our varsity program. Our team had a great end to their season at states. We improved from a 17th place finish in 2021 to a 12th place finish this year. So thank you. At this time, I'd like to give out our awards. So if I have Jeremy Clauser, Trenton Tewksbury, Landon Kaufman, Johnny Heeman, and Clayton Petlock come on up. Jeremy Clauser was our most points award. He was pretty consistently our top runner this year, and so to earn him that award. Trenton Tewksbury got our most improved, which is also the Athletic Association Award. He had a huge improvement from his freshman year to this year, and he and Jeremy just led the pack the whole season. So well done. Landon Kaufman is our Sportsmanship Award. He just is always cheerleader and just so encouraging to everyone on our team and to our other team, other rivals and competitors. Good job, Landon. Johnny Heeman couldn't be here, but he was our freshman of the year. And Clayton Petlock, who's one of our seniors, gets our Heart of the Team Award. Just mentioning our boys who lettered this year were Jeremy Clauser, Trenton Tewksbury, Clayton Petlock, Jake Kaplan, Brody Fury, Landon Kaufman, Ethan Lewis, and Stephen Fields. Can I have Kayla Beebe, Riley Porter, Casey Karen, Megan King, and Lena Beebe come on up? Kayla, our only senior, won most points for our team. She was our just rock solid as leading this pack. So well done, Kayla. And as I already mentioned, she is one of just 5 athletes since, not just since I've been coaching, but since Coach Schools has been coaching, who has gone to states all 4 years of her varsity career. Great job. Riley Porter won the Athletic Association Award, which is most improved. Coming up from junior high to varsity can be a really big switch. The distance is quite a bit longer and you have a lot more competition. And she just really stepped in a really big way for us. So well done. Our Sportsmanship Award goes to Casey Karen. She also would just be seen running around the races during cheering on everybody, whether they were on our team or not. So she definitely got our Sportsmanship Award. Our freshman of the year is Megan King. Megan, we took the team to states, which qualified everybody, but she would have qualified as an individual if our team hadn't gone, which is a pretty big feat for a freshman. So well done. part of the team award, I didn't really explain this when I gave it to Clayton, but this just is kind of the person who is the glue that keeps our team together, and this goes to Lane and Vivi. All our girls on the team earned their letter this year, so that would again be Kayla, Vivi, Lena, Vivi, Casey, Karen, Megan King, Riley Porter, Kira Allen, and Haley Anaya. So thank you, and I'm not actually sure who is up next. Sorry, Mr. Haley, come on in.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to Coach Coates and the cross-country team. What a great first year for Coach Coates. Looking back on the start of our season, I remember Mario and I had some concerns about this year's team, and we were not entirely sure what to expect. We had one of our best seasons the year before, but we lost 5 senior starters to graduation. How are we going to replace nearly half of our starters? However, we did have several reasons to be optimistic. One was that we had a great group of girls returning for the upcoming season. We also had a large number of freshman girls who were interested in playing this year. As a matter of fact, I think we had 10 freshmen on our soccer team. And lastly, and most importantly, we had girls who were willing to put the work in during the off-season. Some of our off-season work included girls participating in an indoor league over the winter, several girls playing travel ball, and a successful preseason throughout the summer. As a result, we were able to put together another successful season that saw us win 13 games for the second year in a row. As the season began, we looked at our schedule and believed that we were capable of getting the season off to a good start, and we did. We won six of our first 7 games, and even in the loss, it was a close game that could have gone either way. However, in the middle of the season, we stumbled a little bit. We lost a few games that not just Mario and I, but also the girls knew we were capable of winning. In a compliment to the girls, the team was able to regroup and went on to go undefeated in their last 5 games of the regular season. That stretch was probably highlighted by our game with Troy, the eventual league champions. In that game, we played like we were capable of, and even though it ended in a tie, we were literally seconds away from defeating them. I think it was then that the girls started believing in themselves and that they could beat any team in our league if they played to their potential. Moving into the district playoff, we drew Northeast Bradford, a team that we had split with during the regular season. In an exciting back and forth game, we were able to defeat them by a score of 1-0 and win our first ever District 4 playoff game. We then advanced to the semifinals of districts where we lost to Southern Columbia, the defending state champs, who went on to win another state title just this past weekend. So not a bad loss there. In a season that saw our team tying the record for wins with 13 and winning our first ever district playoff game, we also had some individual accomplishments. Sydney Friedlander, Layla Box, and Olivia Haley were named first team NTL All-Stars. And Olivia Haley was selected by the NTL coaches to be their all-state selection. I believe the first soccer player in school history to be given that honor. So overall, it was a great season for girls soccer. At this time, I would like to recognize our team members and have them come up on stage. Our managers, Addie Sutton and Trinity Nickerson. Our freshman class, Addie Bly, Brianna Nickerson, Kenzie Kittner, Lily Johnson, Leah Hart, Gabby Bromley, Emily Fowler, Karen Gill, Kenzie Tunnicliffe, Addie Robinson. Our sophomores, Chloe Bennett, Savannah Gromley, Ava Reed, Sophia Alvarez, and Anna Mary Slocum. Our junior class, Neil Wilcox, Chloe Kelly, and Olivia Haley. And our seniors, Elena Jennings, Sid Friedlander, and Layla Box. Wins and losses aside, this group of girls have been great to work with this year. They do a great job of representing their school and do so many things right, both on and off the field. Now for our awards. Our first award goes to girls who scored 50 career goals. We award a gold soccer ball to our girls who scored 50. We have had 6 girls in the last 20 years who have accomplished this, and 2 of them were this year. You don't win without scoring goals, and these 2 did plenty of that. Layla Box and Olivia Haley. Our sportsmanship award. This girl is literally one of the nicest girls I know. During games, she was able to frustrate her opponents to the point of one girl getting a red card and another getting a yellow card for unsportsmanlike penalties against her. But regardless of what happened, she literally picked herself up off the field and continued her outstanding play. She improved tremendously in the 2 years in our program. Elena Jennings. Our newcomer, or Rookie of the Year. This girl was not a starter at the beginning of the year, but worked her way into the starting lineup and never looked back. Her effort and play on defense was outstanding. We love her competitiveness, and I even heard one fan describe her as a feisty little competitor. The bigger the game, the better she played. Brianna Nickerson. Our Coaches Award. This girl always gives her best effort, always does the right things. Helping coaches pick up equipment after practice, spending all spring playing travel ball to improve her game. She's a great player and also a great role model who really stepped up for us this year. Anna Mary Slocum. Our Defensive Player of the Year. This girl started playing soccer in 9th grade, and by her senior year was a first-team NTL All-Star and one of our captains. A great athlete who not only was our defensive leader, but also our team leader, Sid Friedlander. Our Midfield Player of the Year. This girl really sets the tone for our team. One of the hardest playing girls you will find. She would oftentimes be assigned the job of shutting down the best player on the other team. Actually, even Coach Alvarez hates playing against her in practice. Mia Wilcox. Our Offensive Player of the Year. This girl started her high school career by playing defense. Then when Mario and I started coaching, we said, we need you to play midfield and distribute the ball. So she did. Then we told her, we need you to become more offensive and score goals. So she did. I'm sure if we needed her to fill in a goalie, she would have done that too. One of the best all-around players I have seen, Layla Box. Our most valuable player. From the time she started as a freshman, she established herself as an offensive threat in the league. She has broken the school record for goals as a junior, as a first-team NTL All-Star, and as I mentioned previously, was selected by the NTL Coaches Association to be our all-state representative, Olivia Haley. In closing, I would like to thank some people. First, Mario Alvarez, who's not here tonight and feels bad about it. We had plans, vacation plans, so he wanted me to pass his best on to the girls. He has a great relationship with the girls, and it's been a big part of our program's success the last few years. Also, I'd like to thank our administration, sponsors, media, Booster Club, parents, and any other people who help our program in one way or another. Our memories would not be possible without their support. To our senior girls, Layla, Sid, and Elena, you guys are going to be missed. Literally, you have been a big part of turning Wyalusing soccer around. I went back and checked the books, and before your freshman season, Wyalusing had not had a winning soccer season in nearly 10 years. The last 4 years, our program has continually improved because of your efforts and leadership. Thank you, girls. And next up, I believe, is Coach Newton in volleyball.
Okay, first I need my varsity team up here, so I can't do this without my people. Okay, we all fit, just barely. The 2022 volleyball season was another one for the record books. We finished the season 16-6 as the runner-up in the District 4 AA Championship, bringing home silver medals. We met our goal, continuing our journey back to the district finals. We finished in a tie with Canton for the NTL Small School title, losing the title on the head-to-head tiebreaker, as our only losses were to Canton. As I look back through our wins and losses, I see a loss to Williamsport, who went on to the District Quad A final. I see a 5-set loss to Blue Ridge, who won the District 2 Single A championship. I see 2 losses to Canton in 5 sets, the District 4 Single A runner-up. I see a second place finish in the Tunkhannock tournament with a loss to Dallas, who finished in the District 2 Triple A as the runner-up, and 2 losses to North Penn Liberty, the eventual District 4 AA champions, who made it to the state Elite Eights. I see 16 wins and a second place tournament finish that required everyone on this team to fulfill their role in practice and during games, along with the many sacrifices that a team embraces for success. There's one rule I have in the beginning when I keep a big team like this. I tell them most likely only 10 kids ever get off the bench, but I need 16 to keep practice running. And if all of us can get to the end of that district final, we get to go to dinner at Oliver's. They all get medals and they all letter because it took every single one of us to get there. Our journey truly continued with 1 emergency appendectomy, 3 different ankles and boots, 1 dislocated thumb, 1 contused finger, a lingering shoulder injury that required surgery, and regular ice baths. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's what happened as we continued to make lineup changes, we built character all the way to the district final. We celebrated every win, learned from every loss, and reached a numerous number of statistical milestones, starting with Priscilla's 1,000th dig. She continued to have record amounts of digs, surpassing 500 in one season, for a final total of 1,356 career digs. I checked with Gail. We don't have a lot of past data on digs. They're hard to stat until we started using Huddle to stat. But if I had to guess, it's a school career record, and her 54 single digs is most likely a single game record in our 5-set marathon win over Williamson in the district semifinal. Hannah Ely reached her 250th kill, finishing her career with 386 kills. London Edwards reached her 500th dig, finishing her career with 599 digs. Emily Otis, despite missing 5 games, came through with exactly 12 assists in the district final to reach her 1,000th assist. For this group of seniors, they can be proud of their accomplishments and what they have done for Wyalusing volleyball. Anyone who knows volleyball will always remember the 2021 district title, dethroning the North Penn Liberty Mounties of their sixth continuous district championship. I believe our 2022 district semifinal game with Williamson that lasted almost 2.5 hours and went 228 points was the best game in the district this season. I'm not sure we have mentally and physically recovered from it. I am so thankful and beyond blessed to have been part of this journey. What was a 3-year commitment from me turned into 7. Emily and Priscilla are our only 4-year varsity players who skipped over the JV level and amassed a record of 47 wins and 35 losses, along with 2 district medals. As a team, we gained a lot of ground in a short amount of time. I could talk about this group the entire night, so for the sake of time and the lack of snacks, here are my award winners. Let's start with our JV program. I need to thank Coach Brochart for stepping into the enjoyable role of being my assistant coach. For the record, she did this on her own and was not forced, as my sister-in-law, to take the job. Renee was a valuable resource for the program and gave 110% to all her duties. Although the JV record does not reflect the work this crew put into learning the game and improving their volleyball skills. We would like to recognize the following JV players, if they would come up as called and receive their award and then return to their seats. Our first award is the JV Impact Player. This award symbolizes players that really make a difference on the court and to the team. We have 2 JV Impact Players, Addison Fluck and Maddie Brochard. One of our most special awards is our JV Coaches Award. This award is a player who truly loves the game and aspires to be a better player on and off the court. She could probably coach at this point with her knowledge. Our JV Coaches Award goes to Nadia Brown. For the Varsity Awards, we will start with our statistical achievements. These awards are based on this season only. For the most, oh, here's Nadia. Sorry, Nadia. Should have waved that. Okay. Congrats, Nadia. Okay, for the most kills, we have Hannah Ely with 220. For the most aces, we have Hannah Ely with 67. She's either killing people or acing them. For the most assists, we have Emily Otis with 396. For the most digs, we have Priscilla Newton with 508. And for the most blocks, we have Olivia Licklider with 28. And I think she had a lot more blocks than that. I figured out that Hudl that automatically stats does not stat blocks correctly. I learned at my meeting last night. So she probably had closer to 100 blocks. Before I move on to my final awards, I'm going to combine it with the seniors. So we're not here all night. Our senior awards with my awards as well. But I just want to congratulate Anna Briggs. She let me know that she is graduating this year. So I would like to thank her for her time that she put into the team. Okay, starting with my Coaches Award. One of the most special awards, the Coaches Award, is awarded to Sarah Watkins. Sarah is an excellent setter who has toggled between defensive specialist, serving specialist, and setter. She kept us on the road to districts when we were without Emily for 5 games and has been an integral part of our success. Thank you, Sarah. And to the seniors. These are all seniors too. So, okay, our next award is the Impact Player. The Impact Player is a player who makes an impact in all parts of volleyball. Olivia Carr is our first Impact Player. She is truly a player that develops slow and steady into our starting lineup. I have always said she has the best hitting technique of anyone on the team, And with good technique, you will always get better, and that's exactly what she did. My next player, impact player, who literally turned into a great volleyball player over the course of the year, is Olivia Lichtweiler. Olivia is only a 3-year volleyball player who truly became invested after our state game last year. The changes she made on and off the court have been a gift to our program, along with her brownies. Okay, our defensive impact player. My defensive impact player goes to London Edwards. London reached her 500th dig this year, and as I look back, she's always had an offensive role that somehow turned into this impeccable defense. She's been everything but a setter or a libero, but could probably fulfill both those roles. London's position in our serve, receive, and defense is a large part of our success. My offensive impact player goes to Hannah Ely. Hannah had 220 kills this year and a career total of 396. I have no doubt if she had not succumbed to injury last year, she would be a 500 kill club member. She is one of the hardest hitting outsides in the NTL and is probably why our defense is so fearless. When you have to dig Hannah's hits nightly in practice, nothing scares you. And as of last night, Hannah was also named to the NTL Small School First Team All-Stars and the PIAA District 4 Second Team All-Stars. My utility player is always a tough one, but this year I actually have a true utility player, meaning this player took on multiple roles in the same season and found success in each area. This award goes to Anna Kipp. Anna is a strong outside hitter who started as a middle hitter and ended up in the week of districts as a right side hitter, playing right side defense. She's always said to me, I will play anywhere, and she exemplifies this role. Gives me time to come up for air. My outstanding offensive player is a combination of the most kills, the most service aces, and the most assists, all leading to point scoring. This year, my outstanding offensive player is Emily Otis. Emily reached her 1,000th career assist and has consistently worked to be a leader of our team. She works at volleyball year-round, and her career has shown her dedication. Emily was also named to the NTL Small School First Team All-Stars and the PIAA District 4 Second Team All-Stars. My outstanding defensive player goes to the player with the most digs. This year, my outstanding defensive player is Priscilla Newton. Priscilla's abilities on defense are undisputed. Her steady crawl up the stat ladder is a true testament of her commitment to volleyball. Last night at the NTL coaches meeting, Priscilla was also named the Northern Tier League Defensive Most Valuable Player for the second year in a row, and to the PIAA District 4 First Team All-Stars. Next is the Sportsmanship Award. My Sportsmanship Award is well-deserved, and this year it goes to McKenna Maiden. McKenna is the epitome of a good sportsman. Although her time on the court was limited, her contributions to the team are unmatched as a player and a teammate. The Athletic Association Outstanding Player Award, our most valuable player, goes to a player that not only is statistically valuable, but also a player that is dedicated to improving themselves, their teammates, and the success of the team. As you read the write-ups in the papers, the Northern Tier Sports Report, and the accolades from many other coaches, we are known for our leadership in defense. That leader of defense is our libero. With 1,356 career digs, 1,768 serve receive attempts, and a 95.7% career serving percentage, that's very few miss serves. conclusion, I would like to thank my coaching staff, Renee, Jess, who has been a volunteer with me since week 1, 7 years ago, Liz and Rebecca, my work team, especially my longtime scorekeeper, who has also put the last 6 years in with me, Lisa Mapes. Somehow, between youth cheer and volleyball, we have grown up together over the past 12 years. My Booster Club officers, and of course, Pete Hardenstein, who has consistently followed me around the NTL, offering me up many prayers and psychic evaluations over the last 4 years. Thank you. And up next, we have our heroic golf coach, Mr. Brett Hyde.
Interesting adjective choice there, heroic. I've never thought of myself as heroic, but I am now, at least for a brief moment. Hey guys, I didn't know you guys were here. You guys want to come up? No? One of the Germans, I have your water bottle. It's been at my house, and my fiance said it needs to go, so it's here. You can get it. I think it's in my office. All right, yeah, they are coming up. They should come up. I haven't seen them in like 2 months because the season ends like at the end of September. So some of them have actually grown some facial hair, which is interesting. All right. Good. Some of the crowd here. Good. All right. Yeah. So our golf season, we got off to an interesting start. We started before the school year, and we kind of got out there, didn't really know what to expect. We had 6 kids last year, 8 the year before. So only the 3rd year we've had the program back. 17 kids this year, 3 girls. So we had a girls team for the first time ever. So it was a lot to kind of put together logistically at practices, match nights, and everything like that. But we turned in a really solid season. I mentioned at the start, we were back in districts for the 2nd year in a row. We had 4 returning starters from last year, but most of the 17 kids were newcomers to golf. They all worked very hard and improved throughout the season, and really, in 3 short years, really proud of the fact that we have 17 golfers. We've continued to improve, ultimately finishing 2nd this year in the NTL to Athens. We had an overall record of 36-12. And like I said, ultimately that allowed us to qualify for the District 4 Golf Championships. For the 2nd year in a row, we had some really strong individual performances at that tournament, which I'm going to talk about briefly here in a moment. So that kind of just explains our season in a nutshell. But some other highlights that should be noted: the first Friday Invitational at Tawanda, we got 2nd out of 12 teams, only losing to Selinsgrove, who has a really good golf program, obviously a much bigger school than us. That following Friday, we went to another big invitational tournament at Susquehanna Country Club. We placed 8th out of 20 teams, led by Kate Kuzmir, shot 81 that day. It was good for a T12 finish out of like 150 golfers, so it was a really good day for Kaden. During our golf season, if you're not familiar with how it works, so there's 7 schools that have golf, so each school is to host one golf match, if you will, and all of the league schools show up for that match. We finished 2nd in 5 of the 7 matches by a couple times by as little as 3, 6, and 10 strokes twice. So if that doesn't make any sense to you, you kind of do the math. At 18, we count the 4 lowest 18 hole rounds. So 3-4 strokes is really, really, really close. We were right on the doorstep, just couldn't get it done in the league. Like I said, Athens ended up narrowly beating us there. Nick Salzman had a round we need to talk about for a second. He shot a 75 at Tawanda Golf Club on September 1st. And I'd be willing, is Nick here? I would be willing to, bet, like, not money, but some type of friendly wager that Nick would actually be able to beat anyone in this audience. Yeah, Nick Salzman. On that day is what I meant with a 75. Not like Brody and I can still go out and get them every once in a while. But yeah, I don't know about anyone else. Nick had a great year. That was our little round of the year. That's one of the awards we give. So I'll be giving Nick that plaque here in a moment. And then, you know, I wanted to mention too, we had our first ever girls match on September 7th. The girls went over to Tall Pines. They had a lot of fun. And can you see their faces? Did you guys have fun, girls, at that match? No. So if anyone who's ever golfed before, if you're kind of new to the sport, it's not fun. But we try to make it fun. So that was kind of our theme for the year. And I think I just kept saying to them and most of our new golfers, like, who cares? We're on a golf course. Like, it is what it is. We'll just kind of try our best. You know, the thing I'm probably most proud of before we get into some of our awards is I truly believe out of all 17 kids, regardless of where they were at, new beginning golfer, returner, starting in the matches, maybe came to a couple matches, or maybe didn't come to any matches at all and just were with us at practice. I really believe that everyone had a positive experience, and in high school athletics, that's what we're here to do, try to give a positive experience to all the kids, and I really believe we had that. I know Coach Apley and I had a positive experience. Actually, Coach Apley, I think you could probably beat Nick from the women's teams. But Nick, you can't play for the women's teams in that match. Let's give out a couple of these awards, and we'll get out of here. Let football get up here. A couple postseason accolades. So we did have 3 league all-stars. Nick Salzman was a first-team league all-star. Brody Fury was also a first-team league all-star. So these 2 guys actually finished in the top 5 in the league, individual average-wise, so obviously really impressive seasons. And then Caden Kuzmir was made the second team. He was top 10 in the league. We did also have 8 golfers receive letters this fall, and I'll give those out after the program. Nick Salzman, Brody Fury, Caden Kuzmir, Trenton Hugo, Connor Smith, Hunter House, Kenny Mates, and Matt Spencer. To letter in golf, you can start in half of the league matches, so those guys all met the lettering criteria. So congratulations to those guys as well. Our Athletic Association Award goes to the golfer with the low round average for the entire season. So we take all of our matches and we just go by round average. This golfer improved his stroke average from last year by 9 strokes per match. This individual ended the season on a high note, making the cut for the second day of the District 4 Championships at Williamsport Country Club this year. We got down there, we got a practice round in, beautiful golf course, really tough to get on. Got the kids down there, we played on Tuesday, went back down on Thursday. For the tournament, we had a couple kids make it back, and Nick Salzman shot an 83 the second day and missed going to stage by 1 stroke. It was incredibly close coming down the stretch, and we weren't really sure how it was going to shake out, and he ended up just missing out on going to stage by 1 stroke. But anyway, Nick Salzman had our low stroke average was our athletic association. I need to also speak for a few moments here about Brody Fury and his contributions to the golf program. It would be difficult to kind of put into words appropriately here in front of you, but he's meant so much to our program over the last 3 years. He started every batch. He's been a consistent performer for the team. Just Brody's attitude on the golf course, well, not always what a coach might want as far as the practice routine before going out to play is certainly enjoyable. And I know I've gotten the chance to play quite a bit of golf with Brody over the years, at practice and beyond. And he's just he's a lot of fun to golf with. He's a really solid golfer. He's come a long way. It's something he's worked really hard at. You heard about after the golf season, he actually went and ran cross country and had a lot of success there. He actually told me that cross country is just all mental. So I went out and ran a 5K myself after, and I can indeed tell you that it is mental. And that's why I stopped. Because my hip hurt, which ages me a little bit. It's still kind of hurting, which is something that I'm not proud to speak about. But Brody he's had a great fall, a great start to his senior year. He's actually come out for basketball. I'm excited to have him again. But I'll certainly miss him in golf. And again, top 5 in the NTL. Extremely impressive Saturday at districts as well. Shot an 84, ended up only missing stage by 3. After not having his best Thursday at districts, and like I said, we certainly won't be the same without him next year. We'll miss him. He is our sportsmanship award winner. And finally, just like to take a moment, thank everyone who made the season possible, and we'll look ahead to next year briefly. Coach Abney, I didn't know you were going to be, or you were going to be here. I haven't spoken to you in a few weeks. I've missed you, but Mrs. Abney did so much for our team this year. She kind of came on this year, first year being retired, wanted to get involved, and she was at the course all the time with the kids. Really helped out behind the scenes and then at practice and at match days, just with the kids, kind of teaching and taking the girls some nights and just kind of just helping out. In whatever way she could. And we really had a good time together. So I appreciated everything that you did. I also need to thank the school board and our administrative team. They've supported this new program over the last couple of years. Our booster club's been outstanding. Golf's a little different with getting kids to and from the course. It's just some of the, like before the season and things like that. So to our parents as well, just thank you so much for making that possible. The booster club just provided everything you could think of supply wise for golf. And like I said, those sacrifices are greatly appreciated. Pete, Hardside, Chris Manning have really done a nice job covering golf as they do with every sport. And again, just to kind of to turn the page, we really only lose one starter for next fall. A lot of experience back. You know what, to replace one of our more consistent scorers, obviously in Brody, but we have a lot of young golfers, and I'm hoping that some of those guys can step into a bigger role. I think we could be an even deeper team next year. Should have a chance to be right in the upper echelon of the league and district again. So that's our goal. Guys, thanks for being here, and that's our golf season. Coach Ryan.
Yeah, move down. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Um, First, I want to recognize all the amazing athletes that are here tonight and the wonderful coaches. I'd like to say that you saved one of the best for last in me, but I don't think that's very fair because, my God, these coaches are outstanding. Wyalusing is so lucky to have all of you, and our athletes are so lucky to all of you. So thank you for everything you do for not only them as student athletes, but as people and future leaders in this community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you to our board, our school board, Mr. Kais, Dr. Baudelaire, Mr. Otis, for all of the support that you give us every single year. It means a lot to us. Thank you to our Extra Point Club, our Booster Club. I believe Mr. and Mrs. Lamb are back there. Big recognition to them for all they do for the football team and all that they'll continue to do. So the Wyalusing team this year was truly filled with a lot of passion, hard work, and dedication by all of the players that were on our team. Now, while our record only reflected a couple of wins on the season, it was evident how many strong leaders that we had. No matter if the team was winning or losing, they showed up with intensity every time they stepped on the field. While multiple injuries made it difficult throughout the year, the team's next man up mentality kept the boys fighting and getting better and stronger each week. It didn't matter how big or how small the other team was. They still showed up to play. When people counted them out, they fought to prove them wrong. We went against teams that had 50 and 60 players, and we sometimes showed up with 21 or 22. Could be intimidating, but not to these boys. The team is honored to have 5 outstanding seniors. Liam Franklin,
Alex Hunsinger, Jordan Lamb, Cole Porter, and Ken Warfel. Five seniors on a team is not a lot, especially for a football team. But I have to say that in the coming years, the future is extremely bright for these boys, with so much young talent making their way to Friday night. Um, as many of you know, this will be my last season as head coach of these outstanding men. Although my tenure has come to a close a little bit faster than I wanted to, things in life sometimes change, and we have no control over that. But it has been an absolute honor serving these gentlemen, the community, and especially all of you, their families. See, football is much more than wins and losses or how many points are on a scoreboard. It's about learning how to work together, to build a family outside of your own, how to be leaders, and most importantly, how to respect yourself and others. There is no greater example than the men that are here today. Thank you to the players, their family, and the community for making our 2022 season so memorable. Thank you to my assistant coaches, Mike Raymond, Joe Hatton, Ryan Johns, Buddy Warfel, Mike Earl, Jake Grover, and of course, Jerry Kipp, who drove us everywhere. They were all instrumental in our success and drive as a team, and I consider myself extremely lucky to have such wonderful assistant coaches. I know going forward, if one of them take over the helm, this team has a lot to prove to other people. And thank you to all of you who have trusted me as their coach these last two seasons. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for them. So, with that being said, we have some nice footballs for our seniors that the Extra Point Club so graciously provides. So, Coach Joe, if you want to hand those out. Again, our seniors are Liam Franklin, Alex Hunsinger, Jordan Lamb, Cole Porter, and Ken Warfel. Now, I'm not going to hand out all of the awards, but I'd like to recognize all of them. Starting with our first year award is, we'll start with Zach Fenton, who's the first year letter for the football team, Dante Hatton, Dylan Johns, Ethan Vanderpool, Nick Johnson, Will McBride, Michael Newman, Michael Parker Cologne, and James Rowe. And then our multiple year letters are Liam Franklin, a fourth year, Alex Hunsinger, a fourth, Jordan Lamb, a fourth, Cole Porter, third year, Ken Warfel, fourth year, Tyler Gardner, third year, Joey, 3 years, Cade McMicken, 3 years, Parker Petlock, 2 years, Gus Tabor, 2 years, Aiden Hunsinger, 2 years, and Isaac Schaefer, 2 years. So our awards are going to go to I'm going to start with what we would call the MVP of our games. Somebody who shows outstanding leadership during game times. Somebody who's made such outstanding plays on both offense and defense and special teams, and that'll go to Liam Franklin. Okay, our offensive player of the year. About 12 years ago, when I was coaching somewhere else, I had a lineman come to me and say, "Coach, I think I could be a better quarterback than the quarterback we have." I didn't really believe him. But regardless, being an outstanding quarterback. Our star center from last year decided to come to me and say, Coach, I want to be a running back. And boy, was I so proud that we made the decision to allow him to do that. Who we call our workhorse this year, a wonderful young man who's going to do such tremendous things in the future. Our Offensive Player of the Year goes to Alex Hudson. Our Defensive Player of the Year goes to one of our two gentle giants. The thing about this individual is you can coach him. And sometimes in football, there's a lot of egos. And people are really difficult to coach in football. But this man, no matter if he did things right or he did things wrong, if we had pointers for him, he listened, he got better. He was always there. He was working on getting other people better. And offenses often feared him and planned to double team him every chance they got. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Ken Warfel. So the next award is our Work Ethic Award, and I won't bore you too much, but I'm a New England Patriots fan, and I often compare this young man to Teddy Bruschi. And if any of you are old enough to remember Teddy Bruschi, he was a linebacker for the Patriots who won a Super Bowl, and then right after the Super Bowl parade actually had a stroke. And the next season, he was right there to start. He was there picking up his teammates. He was getting people better on offense and defense. He made us laugh. And this young man, I think, is going to do tremendous things for this program. And I'm so proud that I had the opportunity to meet him this year and to spend time with him. Our Work Ethic Award goes to Dante Hatton. So I often called him Teddy Bruschi, and he kind of looked at me with that deer in the headlights look, like I have no idea who you're talking about. So our Sportsmanship Award goes to, well, a young man who, if he had his decision, no matter how badly he was hurt, would have showed up and started every single game. But sometimes we had to convince him that I think it's time to rest. I think it's time to rest. You've given us everything that you can. You've given us everything every year that you've played for Wyalusing. I'm so proud of who you are. I know your family is extremely proud of who you are. And our Sportsmanship Award goes to Jordan Way. Our Most Improved Lineman goes to our second gentle giant, somebody that even though you try to get him mad, and there's just no anger in there, but I'm really proud of him. He has improved every single year. Tremendous young man, a kind young man. Never has a bad thing to say. Never has a bad thing to say about anybody else. Really impressed with him, and I know he has a lot more to give many years for the rest of his time on the football team. Our Most Improved Lineman is Will McBride. And our all-around contributor goes to somebody who excelled both on offense and defense, and who was our punter and punt returner and kick returner. So when they say all-around contributor, they really mean all-around contributor. I trusted him enough to often go for it on fourth down when he was probably the fastest punter in the league, I would say. I gave him the go-ahead on a lot of those punts, and some of those punts he decided to take it on his own, and he gave me quite a few heart attacks throughout the year. But he converted mostly all of them, and so our all-around contributor goes to wonderful young man Joey Gonzalez. And one of our most prestigious awards, our Outstanding Senior Football Player, I've already spoken very highly of him, is our Defensive Player of the Year, Ken Warfel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It has been a tremendous honor being the coach of this team. I will miss spending time with them and with all of you, and I'm so excited to see where they go from here. Thank you so much.
Now they save the best for last, right? Thank you all for welcoming me and allowing me to experience such a great group of girls this season. This year we had 21 girls. This included 8 new girls joining our team with 13 returning upperclassmen. So our first year letter winners this year are Alyssa Baldwin, Sayeva Manahan, Shelby Pavasco, Macy Schultz, Arissa Knowles, Alyssa Sterling, Gabby Vandermark, and Victoria Packrow. All of your hard work throughout the season, paired with your ability to take on new challenges, has shown your dedication and determination to make our team great, and I look forward to working with you all again. Our second year letter winners include Jillian Capwell, Carly Chamberlain, Amanda Ferguson, Madison Lockburner, Savannah McCracken, Jocelyn Miller, and Celia Rohan. The skills that you continue to bring to our team are a true asset. Your teamwork and positive attitudes help make our season successful. Our third year letter winners are Maya Connor, Hannah Eli, Cassie Goffnauer, Sierra Beiser, and Brooklyn Milne. And finally, our only 4-year letter winner is Daphne Knapp. I am truly thankful to have such a great group of senior co-captains this year that supported the team with choreographing dance routines and stunts. Your continued dedication to our team and school will not be forgotten. Finally, this season would not have been successful without the help that I received from our prior cheerleading coach, Carly Sheldon, and my volunteer coach, Marissa Culver, as well as several cheer parents. Thank you for all of your help throughout the season. I want to give out our sportsmanship award. This goes to a young lady that really kept a positive attitude throughout the whole season and just motivated our whole team. So that's going to go to Carly Chamberlain. And finally, our Athletic Association Award winner is Hannah Eli. Transitioning into this new role for me and working with such a large squad was a true blessing. Although I work with kids throughout the day, being able to coach a team has been an incredible experience. The hours of practice, bus rides with lots of singing, and cheering in the cold made this season so much fun for me. I hope that all the girls leave this season with skills that last you a lifetime. Teamwork, dedication, positivity, leadership, and hard work. I entered this season as a Towanda Black Knight alumni, and I end this very proud as a Wyalusing Ram. So I'm going to leave you with this quote. Behind every fearless cheerleader is a coach that refuses to let them be anything but the best. Thank you.
Maybe that's what I was missing, a fearless cheerleading coach. to inspire myself. But nice job, Coach Vanderpool. Thank you. Guys, just a couple of reminders before you leave. If you did win an Athletic Association award or a sportsmanship award, please come up and get a picture with Pete for the paper. Programs are on a little table out there. Don't miss them on your way out if you want one. Just make sure you look to the left or right when you walk out. They're right there on a small table. And finally, just again, thank you for being here. It is an important night for the coaches and the programs to kind of recognize the success that these programs have had over the last few months as we continue to we always try to turn the page and look to next year, obviously, and that's what we should be doing now. For all these programs, we're excited about what the next page and next chapter has for each of these sports, and a lot of success and a lot of like I said, a lot of important accolades that were handed out and recognized in front of the community tonight. Thanks again for coming out. Make sure you don't miss like I said, the programs. And if you want an award, a memorial award, or an Athletic Association award, please come up and get a picture. And everyone get home safely.